Hey, Elizabeth. Blah, 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 blah. Well, Grayson, you can try to get her to do it. Can you do it? Blah, 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 blah. She started like mimicking. She'll go blah 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 like that. It is the funniest, cutest thing. Good morning, guys. It's just me and the kiddos and I, because Kyle is in Chicago for work. They already ate breakfast, I think. Grayson, have you eaten your breakfast?
Yes.
Okay. I'm tired. So Elizabeth has always been such a good sleeper through the night. We got into where she was either sleeping completely through the night, or she'd wake up once, eat, go right back to sleep. Easy. And then all of a sudden, the last about week or two, nope. She gets up during the night. She sleeps really well from about 8 or 9 until around 1:30 or 2. And then she will get up, she'll eat a little, and then she'll go get her back to sleep, and then she'll wake up like an hour later and like be talking and like, it's so annoying. So I don't know if it's a fluke or like what, but hopefully I gotta find a way to get her to go back. She's always been like, I've always been like, we're so lucky, she's such a good sleeper, and like all of a sudden. So hopefully, because it's exhausting. I know, but we'll be right back. It's only gonna be 5 minutes, okay? This is how Audrey and I are rolling. We are not. She got a jacket on. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I did not finish cleaning the kitchen from dinner last night, so I'm gonna go ahead and tidy up and do the dishes.
If you want to buy something, there's a lot of stuff up here, and I will buy it for people.
Oh,
If you need to buy something, come
okay.
to the store, okay?
Okay. So I have Elizabeth in this little new activity seat I got her. I put her on the counter. It's really not safe to put her on the counter, but I'm doing the dishes right next to her. But she seems really thrilled. Elizabeth, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you like it? I put a little blankie behind her. So I always worry they're gonna get tired, but she never seems to. I guess she's got enough strength now. She's big enough now. I need to set up her high chair so that I can have a place I can put her that's like counter high, that's safe. Cause like this isn't safe. I should really put her back on the floor. So I need to do that. I have her high chair. I need to set that up. She's big enough. She's almost 5 months old, huh? Are you almost 5 months old? So a week shy of 5 months old, she's 14 pounds and 11 ounces. Was that it, Elizabeth? Or was it like 7 ounces? I can't remember. And she was 26 and something inches. I don't remember the exact amount. But, hi. And that's at almost 5 months, huh? Almost 5 months. She's a very tall baby. Her percentile for height at her 4-month checkup was 97 percentile, and for weight it was like 46. But she's really tall. You're a tall baby, aren't you? And you were early and you're still that tall. No. Alright, she was making me too nervous because she's too wiggly, so I moved her back down here to play. And she already flipped over. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? She was flipped over on her tummy on this side, the soft side, and now she's made her way that way. Alright, y'all, this little baby woke up from her nap and she's super snuggly. She's so snuggly. This baby is so fantastic about like me being able to put her down on the floor, on her tummy, on her back, or whatever. She'll play for a long time. But sometimes she likes to be held. She's also super snuggly. She's kind of both. I feel like my babies are usually one way or the other, but she is both. Is that a baby? Is this not a beautiful baby, y'all? Oh my goodness. So I was just doing this kind of casual walkthrough. Hello, Elizabeth. Of the house for a home sweet Hale update. And I realized like I haven't caught you guys up. It is January 8th or 9th, I can't even remember, which is really sad. And so I started the vlog today and yeah, I needed to catch you guys up. On the Friday before New Year's, my ear started hurting really bad and I could tell I had an ear infection. And that Friday, it got really, really, really extraordinarily painful. It kept me up all night. I mean, it was just the worst pain ever. It was just hurt so bad. I've had, I rarely get ear infections as adults. I feel like adults don't get ear infections that often. But the few times I've had an ear infection, it's been very, I guess, minor. It ached, but it didn't like, it wasn't like excruciating pain. This was different. It was horrible. So the whole night I was up, I couldn't sleep. Every time I could even kind of drift off, I would wake right back up in pain. Tylenol, Advil did nothing to help. So the next day, Saturday, I went into the doctor and I was just like, for the love of God, help me. And they checked and they were like, whoa, your ear, it's on the verge of rupturing. The doctor actually said, she doesn't see ears that look like that very often because usually when they look like the way mine did, they've already like burst. So long story short, I had no other signs. I mean, I'd had like this little viral cold thing that everybody else had. So I had that and it was going away, but I just apparently coughed fluid in my ear, whatever. Because I wasn't sick, like my throat was a little red from the leftover bit of that virus thing I'd had. But it's a virus, so antibiotics don't work. You don't need antibiotics for virus. And so basically like she was like, let's just do a steroid antibiotic ear drop. So instead of being on oral antibiotics, I was on oral antibiotics so much last year for all the health stuff that I was just, I'm not like, really don't like to be on them so much. I was happy with that and I was really hoping it would help. And I was telling her that I was like, I'm in excruciating pain and Advil is not working. She ended up giving me like a shot of some sort of narcotics. I don't know what it was, but she gave me a shot in my bum to help with the pain. It did help with the pain. However, at that point on Saturday, I couldn't hear anymore. My ear was completely like this ear was completely like, it sounded like I had my head under a pool of water and it was just awful. So when the shot wore off, the pain came back and it came back worse. It kept getting worse and worse. So that was Saturday. So then Saturday night, I was up the entire night. Again, nothing could help the pain. It was awful. So by Sunday morning, I was like, I need to go back to the doctor and I need to ask them to help me with the pain. I was like, I can't handle this pain. That was New Year's Eve. And so we took all the kids over to Kyle's parents' house. And while we were over there, I just sat in the car while he unloaded the kids. My eardrum burst in the car. So I thought a lot of people had told me that when their eardrum burst, like they actually felt better because it relieved a lot of pressure. Like I did not feel better. It was worse. It was the most, I thought I was in excruciating pain, but it got worse. It was just awful. And for those of you who watched our vlogs, you guys have seen me give natural birth to a baby who was stuck in my pelvis and not shed a tear. And like this was like, brought me to my knees. Like I couldn't even handle this. And it was so bad. But because it burst, I was actually, part of me was happy because I was like, everyone had said you'd feel better. So I was like, okay, well, like maybe in a minute it's gonna feel better as everything's draining out. So my ear, like fluid and like, this is gross, y'all, but fluid and like actual pus, ew, was coming out of my ear and it kept like filling up. So I could hear like this weird, I would hear like this whoosh, and it was the sound of the fluid filling my eardrum and then filling out and then it would fill again. So every time it was like filling, every time it was like coming out, like I would get like a more intense wave of pain. And I mean, I felt like I was gonna die. Like it was that extreme. So I just had these Kleenexes and I was like holding it here and it was just like whoosh, whoosh. And so we started to go back to the doctor, but then I was like, well, maybe because it burst, if it can just drain out, I'm gonna feel better. So we started to head home, but then as we got home, I was like, I was like crying out in pain. I was like, oh, Kyle. And we walked in the house and I was like, I can't. I was like, we gotta go back to the doctor. And I was like telling Kyle, I was like, Kyle, I was like, call an ambulance, call my mom, call Jesus. Like, I was like, you call everybody in the dang book because this, I'm gonna die. Like this, I knew I wasn't, but like, it was that bad, y'all. Like it was just unbelievable. So we went right back in the car, went back to the doctor, and anyway, I had to wait. Long story short, I was basically like had to have a trash can. The pain was so bad, it was like making you like vomit. Like, I was like so nauseous from the pain. I was just like, blah, and like, oh, it was horrible. So they gave me another shot right in the butt to help with the pain. They gave me a shot in the other side of the butt to help with the nausea. And then they were like, you also need to be on oral antibiotics and oral steroids and like all this stuff, which basically meant at that point I couldn't even nurse the sweet baby anymore. I needed to nurse her 10% or less of the time because otherwise I could get into her system. But I really needed to be on these antibiotics and steroids because it was so bad. So anyway, the doctor, like, she looked in there and she was just like, it's full of pus, it is burst, it is awful. So there you guys go, you're kind of caught up. And so fast forward today, that was the 29th was when the pain started. The 31st was when it burst. I still can't hear. Like, I'm trying to talk loud because everybody keeps telling me I'm actually talking really softly. Like, I'm probably not right now. I'm trying not to right now. I hope I'm not right now. But when I was talking to people, apparently I was talking really soft because I could hear my voice in my head and I thought I was being louder. And people were like, what? And I can't, I mean, like, I can hear out of this ear. Okay, but this year I just like can't hear almost anything at all. It's so weird. And all I do hear, actually today it's first day, it's a little better. I've been here, it's like called, what is it called? Like tinnitus? There's some word, I've been hearing, like all I could hear was this like kind of ringing like sound. And the little bit of sound that that's coming in through this ear, it sounds like it has a metallic edge to it, like, so certain noises actually hurt, like the baby crying or Audrey, like, or the kids, like, cause their voices are higher, or like when Kyle was playing the piano, it hurt so bad. And I actually got mad at him because I told him, I was like, it hurts my head when you play the piano. And he would just be like, oh, and he'd try to play softer. And I was like, can you just not play the piano for like 2 weeks while this heals, like, for real? But and then I feel, it's made me feel super isolated because I'm not hearing what's going on. I feel like I'm in this weird dream world. It has been a mess. And thankfully the pain's gone. I still get these little like bursts of pain. They're not at all intense like the original, but I'll just be standing there and all of a sudden I'll just feel some pain. And apparently there's just a lot of damage. I found out it could take 2 months for my hearing to come back and to normal, which is awful because, like I said, I feel very, very isolated because I'm missing so much of what's going on. I can't hear the kids. Like if I'm doing the dishes, so the water's running, so my good ear hears the water and then like I can't hear anything else. It is like, man, I told Kyle, I was like, I wonder, you know, for those of you out there like who have hearing issues or who are partially deaf or something like does it feel isolating? During this time I had my birthday, woo, right? Well, I was like in no way ready to celebrate my birthday. So my mom still got me a cake and they brought me some dinner because they wanted me to celebrate. So here's some footage from that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Courtney. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Yay!
Yay, thank you, Audrey. It's okay.
I'll never smoke away.
It's funny.
Daddy, look over here. And then we'll look at Grandpa.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, look at me.
And then we went out this weekend to try to celebrate my birthday, but I still couldn't hear. So I sat at the end of this table at the restaurant with my good ear facing everyone, so I could actually like converse at least with my sister, but I still couldn't hear very well what was going on. It still felt really weird. But I love my family, all of them, for trying really hard. They really wanted to celebrate, which was so sweet. And then we came back here and did cake and stuff. So that was really nice. Where's our, oh, okay.
19. You'll see 19.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
On camera.
You gotta make a wish.
I
I know.
I got which day? Come over here.
No, you're probably wishing for us.
Yay!
Put some on her nose.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, kids, this looks good.
Bite, Sophia. Mmm.
This looks like a decadent jewelry
Birthday.
commercial because you have your ring next to this delicious looking dessert. Ching, 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 ching.
Because it was at 9.
All right, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Courtney. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Oh boy.
Happy birthday, Mommy.
Silly face. Silly face.
How do we get a picture of Audrey? Well, it's called the rear view.
Alright, we're good.
Are we done?
We're good, yeah.
Let's go jump.
No toys on the trampoline, that includes purses.
How about ice cream?
I want cake first.
Do we have ice cream on?
And for my birthday, Kyle got me Love Never Dies tickets for next summer, or for the, well, I guess it's this summer now, because it's 2018. For this summer, that's the Phantom of the Opera sequel. So I'm so excited. Those tickets are really expensive. They're a couple $100s a piece. And so I was just like, Kyle, because we're trying to be on a little bit of a stricter budget for this year to get us back to, before we moved, the financial situation we were in, which was fantastic. And then you move and all the storage costs and the cost of moving and furniture and all this stuff, and then there goes like some of that money that you're like, ah. So that was really awesome. And then my family, like I said, they got me money for my bookshelves, which is what I really want. And Lindsay got me a gift card, and my sister got me a gift card and this beautiful decoration and things like, it was just wonderful. They're so sweet. Every day I wake up and every day I can't hear any better. Like, it's not even 1% better, which has been really hard because every day I wake up and hope it's better. So like I said, the pain is so much better, so that's fine. It's just the hearing and the pressure. I have, it's the same. I can't believe my ear drained so much fluid. It drained for 2 days straight. I had to sleep with a towel on the pillow for 2 nights in a row, and it would be like, it was disgusting. I can't believe it drained so much, and I still have so much pressure in my ear, or fullness, that feeling of fullness. But today's the first day where I actually feel like there's something different. It's funny, I don't feel like it's necessarily better, it's just different. There's like this weird metallic-y edge to when people talk that's been there, but like today I feel like I can almost hear like a little bit with, like there's like a little less of it. It's hard to describe, maybe I'm just imagining it. So slow and steady, y'all, slow and steady. But that is kind of what's been going on. That's why like I was like, I can't, it makes it really hard to edit videos and things, so I just haven't even bothered. So there we go, you guys. So yeah, so like, it's funny, I look kind of a hot mess today, not because of the ear thing, I mean, but because I've just been, Kyle is out of town for 2 weeks. Basically, he is home in between for like the weekend. But he's in Chicago and then he's in Toronto. And so it's just me and the kids, and so like today, like I'm literally wearing, like I'm cleaning clothes, and like, why bother with my makeup and stuff? It's just my kids who love me anyway, huh?
Mom,
Audrey just said I was the best.
Stop something like at this.
Whoa. All right guys, so there it is. Not really, kind of a long update today. This will probably be like a 20-minute like update slash like mini vlog, but some of you guys are so sweet. I've had several messages on Facebook and a couple on our videos on here where people were like, where'd you go? So I was like, that's so nice. Like sometimes you don't think people will even like notice that you're like not doing stuff, but I really appreciated that. And also we got several Christmas cards from you guys at our P.O. box. I cannot tell you how happy that made me over Christmas. I was so happy. Just the fact that you would think to send that to us was really
really like heartwarming to me, and it meant a lot. And so yeah, if you guys haven't watched the Christmas vlog, go watch it. It's fun. This year I told Kyle I wanted to make sure to include a bunch of the hustle and bustle and like activity that goes along with like Christmas, like all the busyness and the chaos and everything, because I kind of think that stuff is beautiful, honestly. Like, that's part of the joy, is that there is chaos, there's last minute gift wrapping, and there's things that happen, and like we had a mouse that got into the garage, and a snake that got in the house. I forgot about the snake. Like there's stuff that happens, and like we're trying to take a Christmas card photo, and I have a video of the Christmas card photo sped up, but this time I included like the actual like what we were saying, because I just find it really endearing and charming and funny, and it's so real life, and I just included a lot of that along with the like magical Christmas moments. But anyway, all right, you guys. So I'm gonna go get the kids soon from school. We are gonna just pick up food for dinner, maybe Chick-fil-A, num num num, and something super easy. Maybe we'll watch a movie. Thank you so much for watching. You know, you guys, you know how you know I love you guys is because like I'm totally comfortable vlogging, and like my broken glasses. Still haven't gotten my new ones yet, for those of you following that drama. But anyway, that's how y'all know. Yeah, that's how you know I've reached a certain place in my life, when I'm like, it's cool. Sometimes we're in our glasses and our frizzy hair, and I can't hear out of one ear. And I'm wearing like a bleach stained like shirt from cleaning, and my baby's lying on the floor. Sometimes that's just how it is. And there's a toy dog over here snoring, so that's not obnoxious or anything. All right, love you guys. Talk to everyone later. Bye.